don't know who I am, my name is Angie. I'm your favorite journaling mentor. You probably could care less about that. But what I want to talk about today is what I keep seeing. Why do I keep seeing women, men, leaders specifically, in this like burnout stage, right? We've been in this new year, and the things that come up on my feed are like ridiculous, right? I'm seeing people that are actively in this struggle stage, and they're constantly fighting, their bosses, and sometimes it's like it's hurtful. Like, to really see the simple fact of, I'm struggling, I'm having this breakdown, I express it online, and then I get backlash, right? And sometimes they lose their jobs, sometimes they lose their businesses. Like, the struggle be so surreal. And I don't think we know how to equip ourselves, how to make it so simple that, I wouldn't say a baby, but really simple to sit down and be quiet with ourselves, because we let so much outside noise come in, right? And I wanted to kind of address it, and not only just address it, but give an opportunity for you to kind of take a few minutes today to even see what it looks like to kind of identify, and maybe understand if I'm having burnout, if I'm stressed out, and what can I do to kind of make it easier, make it a little bit better of a situation, right? We have identified that, right, we got a problem, right? And identifying we might have a problem, we might be experiencing burnout, we might be having these issues, right? What I want you to do on today is, just if I'm talking to you, like, I want you to take 5 minutes, and today write down, set a timer, write for 5 minutes, and ask yourself this question: what have I been avoiding? Like, just think about it, process it, take 5 minutes and kind of think about the things you faced head on this week, this month, and then think about the things that you was like, I'm not talking about that, I'm not doing that, right? Like, I want you to truly write down in the journal prompt the things that I have been avoiding. And so the reason I want you to do that is because once you write it out, it's not that it makes it real, it just gives you an opportunity to identify the problem. Like, you can't go to the doctor, right, and be like, oh, I don't feel good. The doctor's gonna say, well, what don't feel good? And you say, I don't know everything. And you're like, it's not everything. Let's talk about the real problem. Is it your stomach? Is it your back? Is it your head? Like, I want you to identify what the problem is. And the only way to do that is to sit in a quiet space and really, like, pay attention to yourself, right? That's what I want you to do. Just simple, right? Simple 5-minute opportunity to do that, starting today. Just do it for today and see what it feels like at the end of it. So I'm here to remind you that, and this is why it matters. The reason why it matters to take the 5 minutes, and these birds is like loud, but the reason that it's important to do it is because it gives you an opportunity to come back to it. Reflection is super important. I know we got these busy lives, we running companies, we, CEOs and project managers and all the above, right? But if you don't take time for yourself, you're gonna lead to burnout. That's why this matters, because if you ain't healthy, if you you don't want to be don't get stressed out, right? But you personally want to know that you have done everything possible not to be a burden to your family and your friends, right? And what that means is that you did things to aid in the healing of you and the growth of you, and you being an adult, you being in this high ranking position, but you don't take care of yourself. And mental health is like the top, it starts from the top, right? The head, right? I want you to take the 5 minutes today. This isn't a normal journal prompt, but I want you to be intentional and take the 5 minutes today. And the reason is, I want you to know is that you're not alone. You're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. I have resources. There are always things and resources and places, right? I put it in the wrong one. I put it over there. And there's always things and places and opportunities. But specifically, I have a group, and I love my group. Like, we journal 4 times a week. We have all this other stuff. But anyhow, I don't want you to think that you're alone. I don't want you to think that you gotta kind of start this journey by yourself and it's already a struggle in itself. So if you need any help, make sure you click down below, like, share, all the other good stuff. If you know somebody else that is struggling right now and they not even saying it, like, you know, their countenance has changed. They're more quiet. Maybe they've become more reserved. Maybe they're actually going through something that you know about, but they're not gonna say nothing. Like, this would be the video for them, because it takes 5 minutes to identify what you're avoiding, what's causing you. Because I personally have experienced burnout, like depression, almost suicidal. Like, I hit it, right? And so when you hit it, you need to know that A, you're not alone, but B, there's other things that you can do to get yourself out of it. I'm a praying woman. Me and Jesus rock hard, but he also provided us tools. So I want you to know that I have resources down below, and share it with somebody else that you know that could potentially help them get through this tough season in their life. Because mental health is important beyond your arm getting cut off. You can't think right, then that's the top of you. That's what you wake up to. That's when your mind is gone. That's a wrap, right? Like I said, we don't want to be burdens to our family. So that is it for today. I love y'all, and I will see you tomorrow.